have the Guardians of the Galaxy in the palm of your hand, leaping into play, guns blazing, and even fighting alongside Yondu once more? How about putting together your Ultimate Avengers crew and doing battle at Stark Tower and other well-known Marvel locations? These are the kinds of scenarios that Marvel Snap revels in, and its excellent use of the Marvel license is packed into a punchy portable card game where matches are short, the gameplay is easy to understand, and you're encouraged to check in every day.
Victory!
It's not all rainbows and unicorns, close enough, as the actual process of building out your card collection is a real grind. But overall, this is a hella good time. Well, most of the time. Marvel Snap is wonderfully streamlined. Your deck consists of only 12 cards and games last for only 6 rounds. Each of these is a bit like rock, paper, scissors. Both sides act simultaneously and then see how things play out. With 3 locations to contest, revealed in turn as the match progresses, the goal is to have the most power in 2 of 3. There's an impressive amount of strategy in choosing where to play your cards and how to work with the locations you have. On top of this, at any point you can choose to snap to double the stakes of that match from the next round onwards, and your opponent can snap back to double them again.
Opponent snap! Oh, snap!
The cubes you're playing for raise or lower your ranking, and losing only 1 versus losing 8 is a huge difference, so knowing when to go all in and when to retreat is a critical part of Marvel Snap's gameplay. And for a game where each individual match takes around 3 minutes, there are a lot of decisions that have to be made. And of course, so much of what you do is based on what your opponent is doing, how they're utilising the locations, and what lines of play they're likely to take based on what you know about their strategy and win condition. It really can be incredibly engrossing. Marvel Snap has a diverse range of deck archetypes, supported by a host of interesting mechanics and keywords. There are decks built around destroying your own cards, discarding from your hand, utilising ongoing effects, moving cards between locations, cheating big minions out, repeating on-reveal triggers, and even taking advantage of cards with no abilities. No, really, that deck can be an assassin. The card pool has a little too much disruption for my tastes, as there are a number of decks out there that look to shut you out of any attempt to execute your game plan, and that's not exactly fun.
Escaped!
Mind you, the locations themselves often do a pretty good job of shutting you out on their own, and the whole concept of having 3 random gameplay modifiers each match is very much a mixed blessing. Yes, it means that every game is different and you need to think on your feet, but it also means that there will be combinations of locations so antithetical to your strategy that the best play is to retreat before the stakes are raised.
Tie!
This is a high variance game where high rolls and low rolls often determine the outcome of matches. Thank goodness for the option to retreat. The times when the locations really shine are when they're less binary, when you're able to overcome a bad location or work around significant limitations to still snag a victory. So there's certainly some upside to the system.
Victory!
They also bring yet more Marvel flavour, complementing the exciting roster of characters, both iconic and niche, that are available so far. The current set has been fantastically realised, and each character plays into their comic book origins to some degree. Mystique copies an ability for you. Storm floods a location.
Wind, aid my hand.
Magneto pulls opposing cards to him. And Bucky Barnes transforms into the Winter Soldier when destroyed. The animations are a joy as well. Wave splashes the screen, Nightcrawler bamps into position, Devil Dinosaur roars, Miles Morales flips, and America Chavez bursts through a portal and into your hand. The card art is largely excellent too, and ties into Marvel Snap's collection track, which is how you unlock new cards. Playing earns you resources which you can then spend to cosmetically upgrade cards,
Shiny logo!
and boost your collection level. It's an interesting system that ditches the tried and true card packs of games like Magic and means there's no way to quickly buy your way into a collection. Instead, you accrue cards through playing. At first, your collection builds at a steady clip, but once you've completed the first couple of card pulls, the guaranteed drops turn into rolls of the dice, and things slow right down. This is also where you start to play against more advanced strategies, and it can be quite frustrating grinding to unlock the key cards in Pool 3 while facing off against players lucky enough to already have them. It took me quite some time to get enough new cards to build a viable Pool 3 deck, which meant I was stuck playing the same old strategies while I waited to open something good. And as for actually completing my collection, I think I need to roughly triple my current collection level. It feels agonizingly slow. There isn't a great deal of incentive to spend money in Marvel Snap beyond the paid track of the Season Pass, which offers acceptable rewards if you play enough to complete it each month. Spending money on gold, meanwhile, offers very little prospective value, given how expensive it is to turn it into new daily missions, credits, or card variants, the last of which are just absurdly overpriced. All told, Marvel Snap offers a unique journey compared to other card games. It's a slow and steady path that rewards you for dipping in and playing a modest amount each day. The lack of card packs feels very different to the typical model where there's a relatively high cost to keep up, but you are up and running immediately. Marvel Snap is more of a mountain that you climb steadily over time, and if you're prepared to be patient,
Opponent snapped.
you'll reach the top eventually.
Victory.
Marvel Snap upends the collectible card game genre with some truly fresh ideas, impressive strategic depth, wonderfully slick presentation, and a fantastic use of the Marvel license.
Oh, snap.
Its high variance gameplay can be frustrating at times, but is mitigated by the short games and ability to retreat mid-match, while the collection system represents a bold move away from the norm, even if it eventually becomes slow and unsatisfying. Despite this, Marvel Snap deserves a place in the pocket of card game players and Marvel fans alike. For more reviews, check out our verdict on God of War Ragnarok and WRC Generations, if you can stand that weird Australian accent. And for everything else, you're in the right place. IGN.